Illinois and southern Wisconsin. Apply today at chicagoroofers.org.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like a brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
He's pitching tomorrow. We need to get him through that, and he needs to be on the mound more still. I think that's important to be, just to be fair to him, really, to be in competition more. But I think he becomes a possibility, and I also think we're at a point too where I think it's important that we keep him stretched out too.
That was counsel earlier today, and by the way, the Cubs, after placing Soroka on the 15-day IL, they did recall righty Nate Pearson from AAA Iowa to add to the bullpen. We'll check the baseball scoreboard coming up next. The CC Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-822-6611. That's 800-822-6611. Again, that's 800-822-6611.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Just minutes away from first pitch as the Cubs look deep in the series against the Cincinnati Reds here at Wrigley Field. I'm Judson Richards. Time now for Who Are You Banking On? Sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Nico Horner, who's batting sixth tonight. Nico's hitting .348 in his last 12 games with a .380 on-base percentage. Again, it is the Reds who are 59 and 54 on the year. The Cubs 65 and 47, but still 3 games back, trying to chase those Milwaukee Brewers. We will get to the national anthem here at Wrigley Field in just seconds. 78 degrees, wind slightly blowing in. Here's the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done here at Wrigley Field. That was Chief Navy Counselor Dominique Anderson performing the national anthem. That was sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. We'll get you to the game in just a moment. Before that, let's pause 10 seconds to allow station to identify themselves. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 afternoons on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Cubs and the Reds coming up momentarily. Our pitching matchup sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. For the Reds, it's right-hander Zach Littell with an 8-8 record, a 3.58 ERA. For the Cubs, it's lefty Shota Imanaga. He will toe the rubber tonight. He's 8-4 with a 3.25 ERA. Shota 5-2 since coming off the injured list back on June 26. Time now for the Around Baseball Scoreboard, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. And the team we are watching, the Brewers and the Braves, they are scoreless in the third inning. That will do it for us in the pregame. Coming up, it's Zach, it's Coom, it's the Cubs and the Reds from Wrigley Field. That's next. You're listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago.
single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stump by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer.
This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Kumar with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Cubs looking to bounce back and even up their series with Cincinnati. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good evening to you from beautiful Wrigley Field. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. It's game 2 of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Reds. Cincinnati taking last night's opener 3-2. Tonight, the Cubs turn to left-hander Shota Imanaga, while right-hander Zach Littell makes his Reds debut. 50 games to go in the regular season for the Cubs. Let's get right to the starting lineup. Sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. We'll start with Terry Francona's Reds. A record of 59-54. Third place in the National League Central. 9.5 games back, just 3 back of a wild card spot. TJ Friedl is the leadoff man, and he's in center field. The second baseman is Matt McClain. Ellie De La Cruz is the shortstop. The Reds' cleanup man is left fielder Austin Hayes. Miguel Andujar is the designated hitter. The first baseman, Spencer Steer.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
Boomer is the dog. Then he looked good. I just followed his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
First pitch next. Cubs and Reds. Game 2 of this 3-game set on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Summer is here, and it's time to plan your style staycation with Bob's Discount Furniture, where you can find everyday low prices on the hottest styles. The comfiest Consumer Reports recommended mattresses, fast, friendly delivery, and flexible financing to fit your budget. Go to mybobs.com for details. So stock up and score everyday low prices, delivered on time all summer long at your nearest store or at mybobs.com.
Oh, my Bob! Bob's Discount Furniture.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
It's game time. Time to crack open Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. And the Cubs had a rough game yesterday, only 3 hits. Hopefully today, a little better day to hit. Wind not blowing in quite as hard, but a gorgeous night here at Wrigley. Hopefully the offense can support Shota and Cubs can get back on a winning ways.
Yeah, Shota looked good last time we saw him in Milwaukee last Wednesday. 5 innings, 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 0 walks, 8 strikeouts. He bounced back from that rough outing his previous start against the White Sox, that ugly one on Friday night to open up that series on the south side.
Well, Shota in his last start, he had good fastball command. He was able to throw the fastball in. Split finger was working. And to me, it's all about his fastball. When he has command of that, then he also has command of the split. And then he'll flip in a breaking ball once in a while just to steal a strike once in a while, maybe usually as the first pitch of the at-bat. But it's fastball split is how he makes his money, and we'll see tonight right away if he's got good command to be at the top of his game tonight.
Yeah, the Cubs are 23-7 in Shota Imanaga, or he's 23-7 in his 2 years with the Cubs, a 3.02 ERA, 44 starts, and he missed nearly 2 months with that left hamstring strain. If you put aside that ugly outing on the south side, he's 5-1 with a 2.29 ERA in 6 starts. He's been a model of consistency.
Yeah, no, he's been outstanding. He throws the ball exceptionally well. You never see him get rattled out on the mound. He'll give up an occasional home run or have a situation where the inning will start getting away from him a little bit. And then he is one of those guys that can, take a step off the mound, compose himself, and go right back to making great pitches and get himself out of a jam.
So T.J. Friedl will lead things off for Cincinnati as we get set for Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Cubs and Reds. Shota Imanaga on the mound, 8-4 this season with a 3.25 ERA in 15 starts. Friedl, an open stance, hits out of a crouch. The left-hander Imanaga works on the first base side of the rubber. Sets up high, kicks, and delivers. And the first pitch is low and outside. We're underway, ball 1. Cubs and Reds, whom you mentioned it, just a gorgeous early evening here at the friendly confines. Hazy sunshine. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on Friedl. Light wind blowing in.
It's 77 degrees or something close to that. Just a gorgeous night here at Wrigley.
Imanaga works his motion. The 1-1 just off the outside. 2-1, missed with a fastball.
Could we bottle these up, about 81 of these? It'd be just about right. Although, from the hitter's perspective, you could spin the flag around blowing the other way would be right in my wheelhouse.
Don't be so choosy. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. 2-2 the count.
That's that fastball we're talking about, having good command. He throws this pitch right on the outside corner, and this is at the knees to Friedl.
Friedl riding a 6-game hitting streak. Squats down even lower, just an extreme crouch. Here's the pitch by Imanaga. And a fly ball hit to left, angling toward the line half. He's got it and makes the catch. One away as Friedl is retired.
A good start to the ball game for Imanaga and making some good pitches. This is a fastball up and away. And Friedl just serves this ball right to Happ. Routine play to get the first out. First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Matt McLean stands in, right-handed batter. Imanaga delivers, and McLean looks at a strike fastball right down the middle. 0-1. McLean, an open stance, hits out of a crouch. The pitch. That one misses low. 1-1. McLean hitting at .225. He's got 11 home runs, 38 RBIs. As Imanaga deals the 1-1. It's a swing and a miss. Fastball, 1-2.
That's just such a tough pitch to deal with for a right-handed hitter. Lefty throws that ball in at the top of the zone, right on the inside corner.
And now the 1-2. McLean fouls it back off the screen. When you were talking earlier about fastball command, that's really what you mean.
Yeah, fastball command for Shota. You know, for the right-handed hitter, he loves to throw that fastball inside and up in the strike zone. And then he'll run it in off the plate some, but he likes that pitch in there because it really sets up the split finger.
1-2 pop foul out of play. Second deck off to the right.
He's gone primarily. I don't think he's thrown a split yet here in the ball game. He's thrown 10 pitches.
1-2 the count on McLean as he digs in. Imanaga sets at the belt now. Raises the leg and deals. Foul back by McLean out of play. There was a splitter.
Cubs defense against McLean playing probably one step to pull as Peter Armstrong in center, but shallow in center field. Got wind blowing in a little bit.
The pitch. Loop foul out of play off to the right by McLean.
That was a split finger. That's 2 in a row, but that last one was a good one. McLean barely got a piece of that one.
Imanaga is ready. Acknowledges the sign from the catcher McGuire and works his motion. This one is a pop fly, shallow right center. Coming in is Castro, and he makes the catch. 2 away. Willie Castro is playing his 4th game as a Cub. 4th different position. You've seen him at second base, third base, center field, and now right field tonight. He's the first Cub since Solly Hoffman in 1904 to play 4 different positions in his first 4 games with the Cubs.
Wow.
Ellie De La Cruz stands in, swings and misses at the first offering from Imanaga's slider.
Old Solly Hoffman we had to go back to, huh?
Yes, Circus Solly is what he was known back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was quite the performer. Part of the Cubs' 1908 championship
Barnum and
team.
Bailey, too, or what do we got?
De La Cruz swings and misses in the hole 0-2. Late on a fastball. And he played for a bunch of teams, a St. Louis native. Began his career in 1903 with the Pirates. And then spent a lot of time with the Cubs after that. Imanaga is ready. Here comes the 0-2 delivery to Ellie De La Cruz. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Gets him with the slider. Reds go down in order here on the top of the first. Middle 1, no score. Cubs and Reds on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Vinny's Beverage Depot. If Michael Bush gets a hit, Vinny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Vinny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Reds went down in order in the top of the first. As we begin the bottom half of the first inning, Zach Littell, veteran right-hander, about to make his Reds debut, 8-8 with a 3.58 ERA in 22 starts with Tampa Bay this season. before a deadline deal brought him to Cincinnati. Bush stands in, hitting at .268. Littell works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The first pitch is pop foul out of play off to the left. What does the video show when it comes to Zach Littell?
Well, he's gonna mix up speeds a lot. 93 is probably gonna be best fastball, maybe a touch above that, but be a lot of off-speed stuff.
Bush lines one to the right for a base hit. So a nice start to the first for the Cubs.
And Littell, the other thing, he's going to throw a lot of strikes. He's going to strike some guys out. He does that pretty well. That's the little split that he just threw to Bushy, and he stayed back on it. And that's the key. You're going to have to really see the ball out of his hand before you react to it. Because if you react to just the arm like you would, let's say, if a guy's throwing 97 or 98, he's going to twist you into knots all night long. So you really got to see the ball well before you react.
Ian Happ at the plate, and he looks at a ball outside, 1-0. Adam Beck is the home plate umpire tonight. Dan Isonia, the crew chief, at first. Scott Berry working second, and C.B. Buckner at third. Bush at first, no one out. Here's the 1-0. And Happ looks at ball 2 low. That was a splitter from Littell. Seiya Suzuki has the night off, so Happ moved up in the order, batting second tonight. Hitting at .228 on the year, 15 home runs. The pitch. Low and inside, 3-0. Happ, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Littell. And the pitch. That's high and outside, ball 4. So the Cubs in business here in the bottom of the first. Bush is single, now Happ a walk. They've got 2 on with no one out, and Kyle Tucker due up.
Kind of an odd start. Littell, usually not a big walk guy, and he didn't come close with that 3-0 pitch. Could be a little pitching for a new ball club for the first time. Some jitters a little bit, or a little, over pumped, trying to do well. The Cubs with a scoring opportunity right away.
Kyle Tucker digs in, the designated hitter tonight, batting .274 on the year with 18 home runs. The pitch. Swing and a foul back, 0-1. Yeah, you're right about Littell, Kuhn. 1.4 walks per 9 innings. Yeah. Only Tarek Skubal walks fewer per 9.
And he's not overpowering. 93 is about his best fastball. Speed gun tonight, powered by Xfinity. It's seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Tucker swings and hits a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the left. 0-2.
The Cubs would love to see Tuck get back on track here. He's had some issues with his swing as I watch, the mechanics of his swing. He's always kind of laid the bat off, is a way to describe his swing some. But that has not, he's done it more dramatically is probably a better way to describe it, as that pitch misses high. And then, just getting out and around the ball a lot lately. So let's see if he can get his stroke. He's been working on it. It's been frustrating him some.
Tucker 3 for 14 on the homestand. He waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. A swing and miss. Strike 3. As Littell gets Tucker with a splitter, 1 away.
Little inside split finger. You're going to see a lot of these splits. This one in actually a pretty good spot to hit. But the speed ended up getting Tucker.
So 1 down. Cubs have met at first and second here in the first. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. He swings and chops it foul off to the right. 0-1. Crow Armstrong hitting at .266 on the season. 27 home runs, 78 RBIs. He's been scuffling lately, though. PCA 1 for 13 during this homestand. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Littell, who sets up high. Cubs have men at first and second with 1 down. Littell deals. Crow Armstrong fouls it back off the screen, 0-2. Littell, 29 years old, 6'4", 250 pounds. Bush at second, Happ at first. PCA at the plate. The pitch is outside, 1-2.
Pete had a pretty good look at that last split finger. That's a good sign for the Cubs.
Now the 1-2 delivery. That one misses low, 2-2. Another splitter from Littell. Defensively for Cincinnati, Spencer Steers at first. Matt McLean playing second. Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop, up the middle just to the left of the bag. And Santiago Espinal at third. The pitch. Crow Armstrong swings and misses. The ball squirts to the left of the catcher, Trevino. So the runners advance. 2 away. Bush now at third. And advancing to second, Happ.
Another split down and in. Pete chases this one. And Trevino blocks it but loses sight of the ball, so the guys move up. That'll be a strikeout and a wild pitch, I got to believe.
Yep. So here's Willie Castro. Batting from the left side, Littell deals and misses high and outside for ball 1.
Here's where the Cubs need a big 2-out hit. 2 outs, you get 2 men in scoring position. A base hit to the outfield should score 2 with the speed the Cubs have at second base and Ian Happ.
Castro waits, Littell deals. He swings and misses at a sinking fastball, 1-1.
Like we were talking on the pregame show with Judson, he is going to throw some pitches in the middle of the plate, and that's why he's given up so many home runs. He just threw in there and got away with it.
Castro swings and misses again. Same pitch, fastball, 1-2. Littell has given up 26 home runs this season, Coon.
Yeah, he's leading the major leagues in home runs given up. About 3 or 4 today wouldn't be bad for the Cubs.
Cubs searching for some offense. Just 3 hits last night in the opener of this set. Here's the pitch. Castro swings and fouls it out of play. Off to the left. 1-2 the count. Castro is 4 for 12 in his first 3 games in a Cub uniform, acquired at the deadline in a deal with Minnesota. Littell kicks and fires. An awkward check swing and miss by Castro. At a fastball, strike 3. And the Cubs leave 2. After 1, still scoreless. Cubs and Reds on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
How many people can say they've had a section of their...
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
You can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
We are scoreless in the second inning. Our second inning brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Here's Zach and Coop.
Thanks, Judson. Judson Richards with us tonight. So happy to have him along as I fill in for Pat. Pat's fine, by the way. He's got tonight off, tomorrow off. He'll rejoin us when the Cubs hit the road for that 3-game set against the St. Louis Cardinals this upcoming weekend. Scoreless game here at the top of the second. Cubs and Reds here at Wrigley Field. The cleanup man, Austin Hayes, at the plate for Cincinnati. Shota Imanaga works his motion and deals, and Hayes pounds one on the ground, foul off to the left, 0-1. Hayes hitting at .268. He's got 10 home runs this season. That one found a hole into the Cubs dugout along the third base line. I think everyone's okay in there. Imanaga deals. And Hayes looks at a splitter low, 1-1.
Kind of zipped right in there between all the starting pitchers. And J-Mo probably saying, I'm already on the injured list. Can we keep the ball away from me for a little while? Let me get back healthy to pitch first.
The 1-1. Bouncing ball foul off to the left. Look out. No, this one protected by the screen in front of the Cubs dugout along the third base line.
Summon some J-Mo back to the clubhouse, will you please? Davey's all over him today.
J-Mo came out okay after his first rehab outing the other day for Iowa. Imanaga deals. Now that one is chopped foul at the plate.
Your friends are back. Did you see that?
I saw a pigeon flying by as I was making that call right near the booth. Is it me? Why do they come here? They never come here when Pat's around.
I think they just like the red hair. I don't know. Either that or you're feeding them. One of the two.
I mean, it is real and spectacular, and I'm not feeding them.
No, it's one of those things that, maybe they like your reaction to them.
Here's the 1-2. Called, strike 3. Slider at the top of the zone, borderline pitch. But Adam Beck rings up Austin Hayes, one away.
Adam Beck with the delayed call, and he does that for every strike call, not just this one. And I got to believe you can hear him kind of bark it out, but that pitch is up. Hayes didn't like the call. It's that high curveball that hitters just can't believe you could call that a strike, but that's the box that they get, and the umpires are calling it.
Miguel Andujar looks at a ball outside, 1-0 the count. He's the Reds' designated hitter, hitting at .294. The pitch. Misses up high, 2-0. Andujar acquired in a deadline trade with the A's. Cincinnati 5 games above 500 at 59-54. They're trying to go for it. Littell got Andujar. They acquired Key Brian Hayes. Here's the pitch. He's in there for strike, 2-1. A fastball from Imanaga.
When you don't hire Terry Francona as your manager, and then he puts you in a position to be in the playoffs as a wild card possibility as of right now, and not go for it here at the trade deadline.
The 2-1 is popped up, foul out of play, just to the right of us, 2-2.
Their defense is struggling some, so you acquire, first-round pick third baseman in Hayes, who we've all seen for a long time. You get the starting pitcher, Littell, so he's going to help things out. And now you get a bat in the middle of the lineup that's hitting about 300.
The 2-2. And Duhar looks at a ball up high, just off the outside, full count. Yeah, the Reds have been battered by injuries, especially to the rotation. Hunter Green on the IL with a groin injury. They lost Nick Lodolo in last night's ball game. He's been placed on the IL with a blister. Former Cub Wade Miley, a forearm issue. Now the 3-2, and Duhar fouls it back off the screen. So they'll do it again. Top of the second here at Wrigley Field. 1 down for Cincinnati. Scoreless ball game. A payoff pitch. And Duhar hits a fly ball down the right field line, and it slices foul out of play right behind the tarp along the right field line.
And Duhar's got to feel like really good about going to Cincinnati. He's playing in Sacramento, and we opened up the season there right away. We were there first road trip of the year, and I'm guessing not having to go to Sacramento and play is happy days for him.
The 3-2, and Duhar swings and fouls it right into the glove of the catcher, McGuire. Strike 3, 2 away.
Little high breaking ball, and this is up and in. Can't get to it as he's underneath it. And Minaga gets the punch out. But you don't hear many glowing reports about Sacramento from the players that have gone there. I know they're trying. They're doing the best they can for what they have in Sacramento, but it's going to be a tough one for 3 years. Ooh.
Spencer Steer looks at a ball inside from Imanaka, 1-0. Yeah, they're waiting for the new ballpark to be built in Las Vegas, and they're hoping that it will be ready in 3 years. A 1-0 delivery to Steer. He swings and pops it up. Foul out of play off to the right, 1-1.
The only thing I will say is if you're a free agent player, it might be the best ballpark to hit in the league. So there's that. But, oh man, I don't know.
And Duhar's now moved to a pretty good park to hit in as well.
He has.
Cincinnati.
And it's actually a big league park.
Yeah, that too. Here comes the 1-1. Steer swings and misses at a splitter, 1-2. Yeah, it's tough enough to play big league ball when everything is perfect around you. But the situation in Sacramento for the A's,
not perfect.
Not ideal. The 1-2 by Imanaga. Up high to Steer. 2-2. And the Rays are going through it too. They're playing in a minor league ballpark, the Yankees facility in Tampa. And that's because of the natural disaster that wrecked their ballpark, Tropicana Field. Here's the 2-2. And a line drive, smoke to left, ranging over. Happ makes a slight leap, and the catch, backhanded style, right before the track in the corner for out number 3. Reds go down in order here in the top of the second. Middle 2, no score. Cubs and Reds on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker.
And here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting.
And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
On Friday, August 15th, the Cubs take on the Pirates at 1:20 p.m. Up to the first 5,000 early arriving fans, 21 and older, in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs corduroy cap presented by Budweiser. Be here for it. Here's Zach.
That sounds like a pretty cool deal. Thank you, Judson. We get ready for the last of the second here at Wrigley Field. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. Nico Horner will dig in, hitting at .292 on the year. Right-hander Zach Littell on the mound, working on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Nico swings, line drive, caught by a leaping McClain on the edge of the outfield grass. One away.
Little line drive by Nico, right off the end of the bat. This looked like he was right on time, right on the pitch. Just kind of ran out of bat. A little soft liner to the second baseman.
So here's Dansby Swanson. Hit his 17th home run last night. One down, bottom 2. The pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball. 0-1. Swanson involved in that crucial play in the 7th. The pitch is a called strike, a splitter in the zone, 0-2. A slow-moving, bouncing ball to third. Cubs were down by 1. They had a man at third base. Swanson beat the throw by Key Brian Hayes to first base, but didn't step on the bag. Says that's the first time that's ever happened to him playing baseball.
Yeah, he just came up short with his long stride going into the bag, then dragged his foot over the top of the bag.
Swanson hits a two-hopper right back to the mound, fielded by Littell. Underhand toss to first, 2 away.
And by the time, because the play was going to be close, by the time his foot then dragged over the top of the bag, the ball was in the first baseman Steer's glove. And what we saw from our booth, he looked safe by half a step. And then as we saw a replay, and you get to tip your hat to Cincinnati's replay people, they picked it up right away, and they called Dansby out, and that was the game.
Reese McGuire stands in, looks at a ball low. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, that would have tied the ball game as a base hit, and instead it was the third out of the inning.
The 1-0 delivery. McGuire looks at another ball low. 2-0.
Well, here's a guy that's really made the best of his opportunity this season. McGuire, he's only got 81 at-bats, but he's got 6 home runs, hitting just under 250, 16 ribbies, and done a good job behind the plate as a left-handed hitter. He is really, you tip your hat to him because he's not playing a lot, but boy, when he does, he's making the most of it.
McGuire takes a fastball for a strike, 2-1. Left-handed batter, the righty Littell deals. And that pitch is in there. Another fastball, strike 2, so the count even at 2-2. You'll never forget it. McGuire began his Cubs career against these Reds in Cincinnati earlier this season. Whacked 2 home runs in his debut. The pitch pounded on the ground, foul off to the right, 2-2.
But he hits a lot of balls on the barrel. I mean, foul balls, the balls he hits, he just does. He has a knack for squaring the ball up. He uses the whole field. And for a guy that's not playing every day, that's playing, once every 5 or 6 days, he's doing a heck of a job for the Cubs. He really is.
Now the 2-2. McGuire pulls a one-hopper to first, fielded backhanded style by Steer. He jogs to the bag in time for out number 3 as McGuire is retired. After 2, no score. Cubs and Reds on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball.
Down. There's a fastball. There's a flying bat. It's a high car.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili.
The power of hefty, ultra-strong trash bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty! Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
At Wrigley Field, scoreless in the 3rd inning. At first pitch, 7:05. It was a comfortable 77 degrees. Our time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Here's Zach.
Got a pitcher's duel. Judson through the first 2 innings as we get set for the top of the 3rd here at Wrigley Field. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. Noel V. Marte will lead things off for the Reds here in the 3rd. He's their right fielder, hitting at .278 with 7 home runs. Right-handed batter. Marte, 23 years old, big man, 6'2", 216 pounds. Shota Imanaga on the mound for the Cubs, working on the first base side of the rubber. Sets at the belt. Now raises the hands and the leg and deals. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, a fastball, 0-1.
And Z in our monitor in between innings, we saw a good shot of the sweet level right down below us.
The 0-1. Little ground ball up the first baseline, fielded by Bush behind the bag, races over, steps on it before Marte gets there, one away.
And the Bears' former head coach and a guy that both of us know very well. And I've been around Wani some, but Dave Wannstedt here in the ballpark today. And I tell you, I didn't know him when he was coaching the Bears, but you know, I've got to know him a little bit, you know, when he worked for our station. And
pack the offense here at Wrigley. We'll see what the Cubs are up to with the bats. We get ready for the lineups and the first pitch from Wrigley. The kids are fired up. They got all sorts of ice cream and sugar and candy, and they're ready for baseball.
All right, so maybe he's not throwing it more than he normally does. It felt like to me that, especially to the righties.
In the dirt, dug out by Reese McGuire. And Imanaga frustrated as he tugs on the cap. He's got the rocking a little bit of the man bun. And he's got the headband on, time call.
Espinal hit a home run against Shota in his start against them last year, but he's not a real power guy. Wind appears to be blowing in again tonight. Just a good fastball outer third. Probably a good way to go here on 3-2.
Line drive foul. Espinal, 274 at bats, does not have a home. Good crowd again here tonight as the Cubs look to bounce back following the loss last evening in the opener of this series. Shota, the 3-2. On the ground to third. Shaw gobbles it up. And a 1-2-3. Go the Reds. Imanaga's gotten the first 9 that he's faced. No score. We're midway in the third. Cucumber presented by Grillo's Pickles, and third base OPS leader since the break, Josh Young, Jose Ramirez, and Matt Shaw is number 3, just ahead of Manny Machado. So Shaw, since the All-Star game, has been swinging a much better bat. And the defense continues to be solid. No score. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Remember, Shaw started the year with the club and was sent down April 15th for a little more than a month, back up since May 19th.
More recently, the last 11 games, just 219, 7 out of 32, but with some power, 4 doubles, a couple of home runs, so a slugging percentage of .531 over that stretch.
Ball to strike on Matt. Littell working off the first base side of the rubber.
Yeah, the extreme first base side of the rubber. I mean, he's barely legal.
Swing and a miss.
In official baseball parlance, that's the pitcher's plate. Just
talking about the rubber.
Corner. Yeah,
the rubber is the pitcher's plate.
Yeah. So you get that protective thing on his toe, so he doesn't put a hole in his shoes every time he drags his toe.
Outside corner, got him looking. Shaw is gone. 4th strikeout for Littell.
He's got some pitchability, doesn't he? Fastball command is really good. We talked about him being a strike thrower, but the mix of pitches, the secondary pitches are good, especially that split. The Reds made a pretty shrewd deal here.
So now the right-hander will go to work with 1 out. The base is empty against Michael Busch. And into his thumbs, back to the mound. Littell will handle it.
Cub fans, go to MarqueeSportsNetwork.com for the latest Cub news and in-depth feature stories presented by our good buddy Jeff Vukovich, your local nationwide insurance agent. Visit JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Beautiful pink sky in the background here at Wrigley. The Cubs, the Reds, scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd. Happ walked his first time.
Talk a lot about left-right splits for a pitcher. Littell, he's about as neutral as you can get. Righties actually hit him a little bit higher in terms of batting average, but the on-base percentage right and left, 286, 288, and the slugging percentage is identical, 454 for left-handed hitters, same for righties.
Since the start of 2024, he's got a .360 ERA and just a shade under 290 innings. All 51 of his appearances have been starts. Good job by Trevino to frame that one. So now 3-1 on Ian. 2 outs, base is empty. A liner ripped foul.
And both these managers would love to get their starters deep into this ball game. Bullpens have been taxed here. Last night, both clubs had to make an early move due to injury. Nick Lodolo, we talked about Soroka's injury. Lodolo had to leave early last night with a blister, so he's been placed on the IL. Making the acquisition of this guy that much more timely. Hunter Green is still on the injured list for the Reds. They expect him back soon. Reds pitch pretty well.
The Reds a .387 ERA, that's 7th best in the NL, 13th in all of baseball. Their starters have been great, .380. 5th and 8th is the rank in the NL and the majors. Happ reaching, pops it up. Marte charging in some more, and he makes the catch. McClain gave up on that early. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. Cancer. Roughly 233 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. As a reminder, for each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley this year, AbbVie will donate $233 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. Shota brushing off the pitcher's plate. And the lefty will get back to work. 9 up and 9 down. He's been perfect so far. And now it's Friedl, McClain, and De La Cruz.
Friedl almost never swings at the first pitch. Very disciplined hitter.
Line drive. And that one ripped into the Reds dugout. Tries to bunt. It's a good one. Horner charges. Flip to first, not in time, and a bunt hit for T.J. Friedl. That was gorgeous.
They say it's a lost art. It's not with this guy. Perfectly executed drag bunt. Gets it past Shota out towards second base. That's the key. Despite Nico's best effort, his 9th bunt hit of the year. That leads Major League Baseball.
So Friedl aboard. Friedl has swiped 10 of 13.
Oh, good quick release there from McGuire. Friedl able to get that back corner of the base.
McClain reaching as that one will make its way out of play. 0-2. The second baseman, Matt McClain.
Well, if you're a fan of pitching, you've come to the right spot here tonight. These two guys really doing a real nice job mixing things up. Fastball command, unpredictability.
For Shota, certainly the ability to throw it where you want to throw it consistently. It's been a pretty remarkable transition over here in the U.S. Over in Japan, he threw as many as 7 different pitches. It's really been cut down to the 3 as we've shown you. Close. Got him.
Friedel, as you might expect, disagrees with the call. We'll see if Terry Francona opts to challenge here. They will not. He's done. Man, the Cubs.
Was that number 15?
I don't know. They lead the league. Matthew Boyd leads the way, and a good move here from Shota. He might have been going to Boyd pickoff school.
Number 17 leads the majors. So the Cubs as a team with 17, a swing and a miss. And that quickly there are 2 outs.
Like a 2-seam fastball. Little high cheese.
Isn't anybody else in the league?
Ellie De La Cruz stands in, switch hitter batting from the right side. Imanaga delivers, and De La Cruz fouls it back off the screen. For those that just listen on the radio and have never watched Matthew Boyd with that pickoff move, what's the best way to describe it?
He'll pick you off every time. If I was at first base and he was on the mound, I would not take my eyes off him till I saw the ball in flight going towards home.
Here's the 0-1. High and outside to De La Cruz. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The second you think you got him kind of figured out, just go back to the dugout. You'll be out.
You were right. It had shades of Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, it really did.
A 1-1 delivery. De La Cruz takes ball 2 outside.
So they went inside the entire at-bat, first at-bat to De La Cruz, and they punched him out. Came inside with first pitch fastball. He took a big rip but came up empty. Then they've gone away twice. I like them coming inside to De La Cruz. Long limbs, long arms. I like when they stay inside against him.
De La Cruz calls time, steps out of the box. He's got mint green batting gloves tonight.
He's got a lot of colors going on with the batting gloves and the hand guard and the elbow guard.
Yeah, there's a lot happening down there. The 2-1. De La Cruz swings and misses. That was a splitter from Imanaga, 2-2. And the arm guard is pink.
Yeah.
He's got red sleeves because he plays for the Reds. White shoes. Here's the pitch. That one is up high. Bounces off the glove of McGuire. 3-2 the count.
It's tough to frame a pitch when you didn't catch it. That would be one of them gong.
What was that?
You'd hear it from the dugout. Yeah, if you were down there, you'd know. Yeah.
You've perfected that sound. It's awesome.
I've heard it a lot through the years.
The 3-2, slow-moving bouncer foul off to the left. He'll do it again.
I had an old teammate, Terry Steinbach, and he every now and then he'd clank one like that, and I'd scream like that from down at third base. And he was none too happy with me, but I got a good laugh out of it.
This guy never misses a thing. Trust me, I can say that up here in the booth too. But that's why we love you, Coon. Here's the 3-2 to De La Cruz. He fouls it away, out of play, off to the right second deck. Oh, nice backhanded catch by a fan with a glove. First row of that second deck, just to the right of us. Now the 3-2 by Shota. De La Cruz pops it up, shallow center, drifting back Horner. Now the wind knocking it onto the grass, right of second. He's under it, and Horner makes the catch for out number 3. Middle 4, no score. Cubs and Reds on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retail partner near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Bottom of the fourth inning, we are scoreless at Wrigley Field. Our league leader, sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. No surprise here. The baseball's league leader in home runs. Mariners' Cal Raleigh's. Raleigh's got 42 of them. RBI leader. Phillies' Kyle Schwarber. We know that name. He's got 94. And Paul Skeens, Pirates ace with a 2.20 ERA, 2.02 ERA, best in baseball. Here's Zach.
Judson, thank you so much. Man, Schwarb's catching up, though, on Raleigh. Hit 2 home runs last night, including a grand slam, had 6 ribbies. He's got 40 now on the year for Philadelphia.
We still almost have 2 months of baseball left.
It's unreal. Kyle Tucker stands in. First pitch swinging. He pops it foul out of play off to the left. 0-1. A fastball from Zach Littell. Cubs and Reds scoreless. And the last of the fourth at Wrigley Field. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Tucker struck out swinging his first time up. The next pitch is outside, 1-1. Littell has given up the most home runs in Major League Baseball this year, 26. The pitch. Tucker swings, pulls it foul off the sidewall near the camera well along the first baseline, 1-2. And I bring up the home runs because the Cubs enter play 3rd in baseball in home runs. And yeah, they've been scuffling a little bit lately, but man, you got to figure at some point here, Cubs are going to get the offense going again.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It goes in cycles at times, and that's, it's just one of those cycles.
Called strike 3, a splitter that just dropped into the zone right at the top. Tucker's retired, 1 away. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, an Odyssey sports station.
Pete Crow-Armstrong at the plate. Littell deals and PCA fouls it away. Out of play off to the left. 0-1 the count. Cubs and Reds are scoreless with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now I've got this read right in front of me that we're supposed to read here in the bottom of the 4th.
The pitch is outside, 1-1.
And it's about Matt Spiegel and the Spiegel and Holmes Show. And he just read it on the commercial that we got in between.
Yeah.
Spiegs, you want to read that again? Oh, he can't hear us. Sorry.
Ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. So PCA, a 1-out single here in the 4th. Ball bobble, he races to second, and PCA slides in safely.
Don't make a mistake at all on defense. You bobble, you do anything. You don't hustle after the ball, you jog after it. Anything like that, and he's going to take 90 feet on you, and it's just nothing you're going to do. Pete hustling all the way. And this ball just juggled a little bit in the outfield, and beep, beep, he's at second.
So excellent awareness by PCA. Give TJ Friedel an error out there in center. The batter, Willie Castro, he swings and misses at the first offering from Littell. A splitter, 0-1.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball on Chicago Sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 6-7 in the Score in the Odyssey app.
The 0-1, Castro swings and pops it foul out of play off to the left in the hole, 0-2.
You know how you're getting ready to read something, and I'm listening in our ear because we were doing the break quick, and I'm reading what he's saying. I'm like, oh, what the heck?
We're just trying to reinforce that to the listening audience. It's a terrific show in the afternoon.
The ratings are going up. They're getting double duty here at Cubs game today.
Here's the 0-2. Castro hits one in the air to center. Shallow. Coming in is Friedel. Makes the catch. It was not hit deep enough for Crow Armstrong to go. He bluffed a tag.
You notice Friedel didn't mess around with that ball at all in center field. He got that ball and he got rid of it in a hurry and just threw a strike to third base like, I ain't messing with this again. I'm just getting rid of this ball and we're going to hold him in second.
These are the situations, though, you got to come through if you're the Cubs here. Man at second base, now 2 away. Nico Horner at the plate. He lined out his first time up. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And Nico looks at a ball low, a slider that missed, 1-0.
Against this guy, knowing you're going to see a lot of splits, a lot of off-speed stuff, and an occasional fastball, this is the ideal guy to really set up with a runner in scoring position to right center field. See if Nico goes the other way and drives this run in.
Nico looks at a ball up high, a slider that missed at the top of the zone. 2-0. Crow Armstrong at second base, 2 down. Here in the last of the fourth. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. Littell looks at second. Now he deals. Horner looks at a ball outside. It's 3-0, a slider.
Nico's taken the last 2 pitches. They both have just missed. 1 high, 1 away.
ECA dancing off the bag. The pitch. Way outside, ball 4. So Nico heads to first. Second walk of the game by Littell.
Now Nico hitting over 380 with runners in scoring position. And or Littell, he's like, I ain't giving in to Nico and letting him just drive one to right center. So now the Cubs with 2 men on. See if Dansby come through like he did yesterday. He hit a big bomb in yesterday's ballgame.
The pitch. Swanson swings and misses. Took a big rip at a splitter. 0-1. Walks of Cubs batters sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Men at first and second, 2 away. Scoreless game here in the fourth. The pitch. Swanson taps it foul at the plate, 0-2. Cubs 0 for 4 tonight with runners in scoring position. Looking to come up big here. Time called. Swanson steps out of the box. Taps his shoes with his bat. Adjusts the batting helmet. Taps home plate and digs in. Right-handed batter stands deep in the box. Hits out of a crouch. Uses a toe tap. Littell looks at second. Here's the pitch. Swanson swings and misses. Strike 3. As Littell zips a fastball by Dansby for out number 3. Cubs strand 2. After 4, no score. Cubs and Reds on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes, Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
Joel Got Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple, whether you're watching at Wrigley or at home. Look for Joel Gott Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
It started with one car 70 years ago, when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 at Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. Top of the fifth at Wrigley Field. The Cubs and Reds are scoreless. It's game 2 of a 3-game set between these two division rivals. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Judson Richards is along. And our engineer tonight is the maestro, Paul Zarang, helping the sounds of Wrigley Field come to life. The Reds cleanup man, Austin Hayes, will lead off the Cincinnati half of the 5th. Shota Imanaga working on the first base side of the rubber. Sets at the belt. Lifts the hands and the leg. Here comes the pitch. Just off the inside, 1-0. A splitter. Cubs 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. Imanaga deals. And the pitch is popped up left side. Sean Swanson underneath it. And it's Swanson who makes the catch on the dirt behind third, angling toward the line. I guess if you're Shaw, yeah, you always give way to Dansby. He's got the whole left side of the infield covered. One away. The first out is brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Miguel Andujar at the plate, the Reds' designated hitter. And the pitch. And Duhar pops it up.
Heads up,
home plate. Look out. Foul out of play. That one was above us. We were not really in danger. You were just trying to freak me out, get me to dive under the table, which I've been known to do many a time.
That doesn't even take a baseball. It can be a bird.
Could be a pigeon, yeah. There's any kind of object remotely in our area. I would get out of the way
for the baseball, though. I'll give you that. You don't want to get whacked with the ball. Come sizzling in here.
And Duhar looks at strike 2, a backdoor slider from Imanaga. And Duhar, upright stance, very little bend at the knees. He waits for the 0-2. Here it comes. High and outside, 1-2 the count. Reds have just one hit tonight. A bunt single by T.J. Friedel. Moments later, he was picked off at first by Imanaga. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That's low and inside to Andujar. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. A slider in the dirt. Light wind blowing in. Lights taking more and more of an effect tonight. The pitch. Pulled down the left field line and hooking foul out of play. 2-2.
Another effective split finger, so now we'll have to see what Shota goes with. Well out in front of the split. So do you throw another one? That one was in inner half. Do you throw one away? Or do you go elevated fastball inside?
Let's find out. Imanaga works his motion. The pitch is hit in the air. Deep right center field. Crow Armstrong and Castro converge. And it bounces on the track and over the wall into the stands for an automatic double.
That ball splits the defense in right center field. And it's one of those plays where I think the two guys not playing, next to each other much at all, with Castro just coming over to the Cubs. Little indecision for both of them who was going to go after this ball and who was going to be the backup guy. And I don't really know if either guy really had much of a chance. It bounced on the track and bounced into the stands, so probably didn't matter.
So man in scoring position for the first time tonight for Cincinnati, and Duhar at second, one away. And the batter is Spencer Steer, right-handed hitter. Now the pitch. Steer swings and misses, a splitter. By the way, that pitch that Andujar hit to right center for the double was a fastball. Do you learn anything from that?
Well, against Andujar, he was on the split in, and then you went away, and he just had a good at bat. That's bottom line to that. Using the other side of the field.
The 0-1 pulled. Fair ball down the left field line. Takes an awkward bounce off the sidewall around third and coming home. And Duhar throw goes to second by Happ to hold Steer to an RBI single. But the Reds strike first. 1-0 Cincinnati over the Cubs here in the fifth.
Now this ball's hit down the left field line. C.B. Buckner's the third base umpire. He took a long time to make the call, but I do believe he got the call correct. As this ball hits, it usually hits and they make the call right away. He was looking for where the ball hit on the field and looking at the mark, and which is a little odd. You don't always take that long, but he did get the call right, and it did not affect the play, and it's a base hit.
Noel V. Marte stands in, right-handed batter. Imanaga delivers. A breaking ball up high, 1-0 the count. One 1-0 Cincinnati with one away here in the fifth and a man at first. The 1-0, high and outside, ball 2 to Marte. Marte acquired by the Reds in the deal that sent Luis Castillo to Seattle back in 2022. He's just 23 years old. Here's the 2-0. That's a called strike. Fastball in the zone by Imanaga. Inner half near the top. 2-1. Steer being held on at first by Bush. The pitch. Outside. 3-1. Marte was suspended last year for 80 games for testing positive for a performance-enhancing substance. He's back this year and playing well for Cincinnati, hitting at .276. Rounded out to first his first time up. Long set by Imanaga. Now the pitch. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 3-2.
That last split by Imanaga, a little up and out over the plate. Probably a little higher than he would like. If that ball was down, that would have gotten swing and miss.
The next pitch by Shota will be number 75 of the night. Another long set. Staring at first and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shota gets Marte with a splitter, 2 away.
Maybe the best split he's thrown all night. This pitch starts out and just backs up. A perfect pitch right at the knees to get the punch out. Marte way out in front of that one as we see the replay.
Now Jose Trevino stands in. Flat out to deep left his first time up. The pitch. Called strike. A slider right along the inside edge at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Trevino hitting at .253 on the year with 4 home runs. And the 0-1. Another called strike. Fastball, top of the zone, outer half. Trevino in the hole, 0-2.
Trevino hadn't liked either call. Went inside. Borderline just nips the inside corner. That one high right at the very top of the zone. I don't think if you put both of those strikes together, the whole baseball isn't in the zone. But he's 0-2.
1-0 Cincinnati, 2 away. Steer at first. Trevino waits for the 0-2 delivery. Here it comes. A ground ball up the middle, fielded by Swanson. The flip to second. That's where Horner is for the force. Out number 3. but the Reds strike first on the ribby single by Spencer Steer. 1-0 Cincinnati. Middle 5 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, Steve Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month to YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
On Saturday, August 16th, the Cubs take on the Pirates at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans, 21 and older, will receive a Cubs cowboy hat presented by Jim Beam. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Yeah, you heard right. A Cubs cowboy hat presented by Jim Beam. Saturday, August 16th, Cubs Pirates. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans, 21 and older, will get that Cubs cowboy hat. Again, Cubs.com/tickets. Last of the fifth here at Wrigley. It's the Reds with a 1-0 lead as Reese McGuire swings and misses at a splitter from Zach Littell. 0-1. Spencer Steer with an RBI single for Cincinnati in the top half of this frame. McGuire grounded out to first his first time up. He's 0-1. Littell, 29 years old. This is his Reds debut. Here's the pitch. McGuire grounds one softly on the right side of the infield, fielded by McLean. His throw to first in time, and McGuire is retired. One away here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. It'll bring up the Cubs' number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw. One of Littell's favorite moments in the big leagues, September 10th, 2021, here at the Friendly Confines. Back then he was playing for the San Francisco Giants. Pitchers were allowed to hit back then. And he got his first big league hit here at Wrigley as Matt Shaw looks at a strike, a slider that just clips the top of the zone. 0-1. First and only hit of Littell's career. It came off of Kyle Hendricks. Here's the 0-1. Shaw swings and misses at a splitter in the hole. 0-2. And Littell was so fired up after that single to right center field off of Kyle Hendricks back in 2021 that he kept the ball and the lineup card from that game. Shaw digs in, right-handed batter, stands deep in the box, hits out of a crouch, uses a toe tap. Here's the 0-2, a bouncing ball foul into the Cubs dugout along the third base line. So the count remains 0-2. With one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning, and Cincinnati with a 1-0 lead. Littell's ready, the pitch. And a high fly ball hit to deep left field. Way back, still going. This is going to go. Gone. Tie ball game. Matt Shaw leads the yard. 1-1 Cubs and Reds here in the fifth.
Big swing of the bat for Matty and for the Cubs. They needed somebody to punch in here, and Shaw does it. He gets pitch up and out over the plate, and he didn't miss it. He hits this ball about halfway up the bleachers, just a hanging split. And Those go a long way when you're on time. Nice swing by Matty.
A 396-foot blast for Shaw, his 7th home run of the year. Michael Busch stands in. And Busch looks at a splitter for strike, 0-1. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strength that's anything but ordinary. As Busch looks at a ball outside, 1-1. I mentioned Littell has given up the most home runs any pitcher in the big leagues this year. That one was number 27. Here's the 1-1. Busch swings and misses at a slider. 1-2. And the RBI by Shaw. Reminder that RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. 1-1 game, Cubs and Reds here with one down in the bottom of the 5th. Busch waits. The 1-2 is low, 2-2. That was a close pitch. A splitter.
Close?
That appeared to hit the bottom of the zone for a strike. But I'm not going to say anything.
He's swinging here, Bushy.
The 2-2. Called. Strike 3. Sinking fastball almost in the same spot. 2 away.
Crowd's still buzzing. They've wanted something to cheer about tonight. And Matt Shaw gave him something to cheer about. Long home run to left. Cubs need to just get a few guys rolling, whether they're having good at bats and doing some damage.
Ian Happ looks at a ball high and outside, a slider that missed. 1-0.
Cubs with both teams with only 3 hits in the ballgame so far.
Littell sets up high. He kicks and fires. Happ swings and loops one foul out of play off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike. Littell's thrown 73 pitches tonight. His last start was for the Rays last Wednesday. The pitch high and tight. So 2-1 the count with Happ at the plate. It was against the Yankees in New York last Wednesday, and Littell threw 5 scoreless innings, gave up just 2 hits in that ball game, walked 4, struck out 4. The 2-1. Called strike on the inside edge near the bottom of the zone, a splitter. Not sure Happ liked that call. 2-2. And right after that game in New York against the Yankees, Littell found out he was traded from Tampa Bay to Cincinnati. Here's the 2-2. Happ hits a chopper to first behind the back, fielded by Steer. Underhand toss to Littell, covering the bag in time to get Happ throughout to Cincinnati. Here's the 2-2. Happ hits a chopper to first behind the back, fielded by Steer. Underhand toss to Littell, covering the bag in time to get Happ throughout number 3. But the Cubs tie up the game on the long solo shot.
Won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy!
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
And an under, just $5.99. For a limited time. No coupon needed. August 4th through the 21st at participating Chicagoland salons. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY@villageofbedfordpark.com.
Cubs and the Reds tied at 1 as we head into the 6th inning. Our pitching changes by opponent reminder. All opponent pitching changes sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Here is Zach and Coombe.
Judson, thank you. Pat has the night off. Top of the 6th inning, 1-1 game. Cubs and Reds, each team scoring in the 5th. Spencer Steer, a ribby single for Cincinnati, and then the Cubs tied it up in the last of the 5th on a long solo home run by Matt Shaw. So 1-1 is where we stand as we begin inning number 6. The number 9 hitter, Santiago Espinal, will lead things off for Cincinnati with Shota Imanaga on the mound. He's thrown 78 pitches tonight. Imanaga kicks and delivers. Low and inside to Espinal as he misses with a slider, 1-0. Espinal, a right-handed batter, hits out of a crouch and the pitch. He swings and it's a towering pop-up. Left side of the infield, Shaw and Swanson near it. And it's Swanson who makes the catch on the dirt. Halfway between second and third for out number 1. The first out is brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
And what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. And last inning, Matty Shaw put one in flight. Hit a long home run to left.
396 feet.
Cubs need a few more of those in flight.
TJ Friedl fouls one back just below us. Out of play.
Ready for the deflection there. We had one of those earlier.
And we had that in Philadelphia earlier this year. And it ended up deflecting to your side of the booth, thankfully. You've got better hands.
I was ready for that one.
Here's the 0-1. Inside to Friedl, 1 ball, 1 strike. I was not. The one in Philadelphia scared me because it ricocheted at alarming speed.
Yeah, it was coming in hot.
And then I heard the thud, and I was worried about you, the 1-1. Pop foul out of play just to the left of us. 1-2 on Friedl. Cubs basically vacating the traditional third base position with their infield alignment with Friedl at the plate, a left-handed batter. So Swanson, the shortstop, up the middle just to the left of the bag, and Shaw playing on the dirt halfway between second and third. Imanaga long set. Here comes the 1-2. Friedl swings and misses. Strike 3. Got him with a rising fastball. 2 away.
Well, Shota climbs the ladder on him with a 90-mile-an-hour heater. Friedl swings this pitch about shoulder high. He just can't get the hands back up on top of this ball. Shota with another punch-out.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 6 on the night for Shota. Matt McLean at the plate. He swings and pulls one foul off to the left. 0-1. Had to wait for C.B. Buckner to make his call. His first priority was C.B. Buckner, and I'm not making fun of him by saying that. He was looking to get out of the way and not get hit.
Shooting at him down there a little bit. He had one earlier in fair territory that came sizzling past him. Now this one to the other side of him.
Here's the 0-1. It's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, when you were playing third and you saw an umpire have to dance out of the way, were you quiet?
Not a little bit, no.
Here's the 1-1. McLean. It's a fly ball to center field. Going back, Crow Armstrong, and it makes a running catch short of the track for out number 3. Reds go down in order here on the top of the 6th. Middle 6. 1-1 game. Cubs and Reds on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Tied at 1. Kyle Tucker will get the Cubs started. Who's on deck? Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Here's Zach.
Judson, thank you. Tucker 0 for 2 tonight as he stands in to begin the last of the 6. Cubs 1, Reds 1. Reds struck first. RBI single by Spencer Steer in the top half of the 5th inning. Then in the bottom half of the 5th, Matt Shaw tied it up with a home run. So that's where we stand. 1-1 Cubs and Reds as we begin the last of the 6th. Tucker, the designated hitter tonight. Zach Littell still going. 76 pitches so far this evening. He deals. Tucker swings. Line drive caught. Back of first by Steer. One away.
Pitch, little off-speed pitch. Tuck goes out around his ball and hooks it, but right at Steer.
So here comes the Cubs cleanup man, Pete Crow Armstrong. He reached on a single in the 4th. 1 for 2 today. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Littell, who works on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Crow Armstrong hits one on the ground up the middle, backhanded on the outfield grass by Dela Cruz, and he fires a strike to first to get PCA 2 away.
Tough play for Dela Cruz. This ball's hit sharply low right off the mound, and he gets kind of a funky in-between hop and backs up and fields this ball kind of backhand in front of him. But he has such a strong throwing arm that he just kind of fires it from his hip. Throws a rocket across the field to get Pete Crow Armstrong.
Willie Castro at the plate, and he looks at a strike. Fastball, a belt high on the inside edge, 0-1. This date in baseball history is brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. As Castro takes a ball low, 1-1 the count. August 5th, 1973, Phil Niekro pitched a 9-0 no-hitter against the Padres. Atlanta's first since relocating from Milwaukee in 1966. Castro takes ball 2, high and outside, 2-1.
Phil Niekro, known for the knuckleball.
Mm-hmm. And he pitched for a long time, legendary career. The 2-1. A bouncing ball up the middle, fielded behind the bag by Dela Cruz. Sidearm toss just in time to get Castro. It was high. Steer made the catch and kept the foot on the bag. Craig Counsell wanting to take a second look. Nope, he's not going to challenge. That's out number 3. Cubs go down in order here in the 6th. 1-1 game, Cubs and Reds, as we head to the 7th. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning.
Grand slam!
Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changers, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Home.
We are coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Getting set for the top of the 7th here at Wrigley Field, and we've got a pitchers duel, 1-1 game between the Cubs and Reds. It's game 2 of a 3-game set between these two division rivals. Ellie De La Cruz to be followed by Austin Hayes and Miguel Andujar, 3, 4, and 5 in the Cincinnati order. De La Cruz 0 for 2 tonight. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the left-hander Shota Imanaga, who's at 87 pitches. Imanaga sets up high. He kicks and fires. And starts off De La Cruz with a splitter off the inside for ball 1. Cubs have some activity in their bullpen. Veteran right-hander Andrew Kittredge is warming up. And the 1-0 delivery. De La Cruz looks at a strike. A slider. That spun right at the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-1 the count. Imanaga delivers. High and outside, 2-1. Kittredge was a deadline acquisition by the Cubs from Baltimore to bolster the pen. The 2-1. De La Cruz dribbles it foul off to the right. It's funny, I asked him, and Kittredge used to play for the Cardinals. What's it like when you wear the Cubs uniform here at Wrigley? And he just started laughing and said, well, they cheer for you.
Yeah, there's that. They don't yell at you.
And he's got this long, thick beard. He said he's already been recognized out and about. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. A slider that spun into the zone to get De La Cruz looking one away.
Little backdoor slider from Imanaga. Perfect pitch to get the punch out of Cruz, and he's done a very good job. 2 punch outs to Cruz and a little pop up to Nico, and that'll bring out Craig Counsell. And that'll be the end of the day for Imanaga, and the fans are loving them some Imanaga.
They are on their feet here at Wrigley Field as Imanaga heads back to the dugout. A quality start par excellence for Shota tonight. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with...
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
33 games, including 2 with the Cubs since the trade with the Orioles. It's a 1-1 game with 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Cubs and Reds. A quality start for Shota Imanaga. Kumi went 6 1/3 tonight, giving up just 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts.
Shota with an outstanding performance today. Great fastball, good location. Talked about that going into the ball game tonight. Very good split. Split was getting better and better as the game was progressing too, which I really like. He's getting more and more feel with that pitch and threw a couple good ones here in the last 2 innings.
The Reds cleanup man, Austin Hayes in the box. Right-handed batter against the right-hander, Kittredge. He works on the first base side of the rubber, stares at third before he deals, and the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Quality starts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Now the 0-1. That's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ask Kittredge what was the origin of his delivery. He's almost looking diagonally at the third base dugout. The pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2, a slider. And he said over the years he just learned there were a lot of things he shouldn't be doing on the mound, and then you reach a point where something feels comfortable and you just go with it.
Yep. That's usually what it is. When you see somebody doing something a little unique.
Pitch is low and outside, check swing.
It's usually a culmination of different things happening through your career that you're trying to fix or tweak a little bit, and the next thing you know, this is what you come to, and it's just little reminders or little things that happen that get you in a position that you want to be in before you deliver the ball or swing the bat. It was that last pitch in the dirt, count 3-2. But yeah, it's the same thing for hitters. I don't think in Little League Craig Counsell stood at home plate with the bat sticking straight up over his head.
A swing and a miss. No, he just got a piece of it. Hayes just lunged across the plate to get a piece of that slider from Kittredge to foul it off. So Hayes stays alive, 3-2. Now the pitch. That's low, ball 4 as Kittredge misses with a slider and Hayes draws a walk.
That goes with back-to-back sliders, 3-2. Last one and just missed down and away.
So 1 on, 1 out for the Reds here in the top of the 7th. Cubs 1, Reds 1. The batter, Miguel Andujar. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander, Kittredge, who works his motion. Low and outside, 1-0. So you don't think Counsell, at a young age, used to kind of swing the bat over his head?
No, they would have thought he was nuts if he was 12 years old standing at home plate like that. But by the time he got to the big leagues, that's what it ended up being, and that's okay.
0-0. Kittredge just misses. Low and outside, 2-0 to count. Went with a fastball there. Clocked at 98 miles per hour. And I say he just missed. It was a borderline pitch on the little box that we have. Looked like it clipped the zone. Reese McGuire calls time. The catcher jogs out to the mound to have a conversation with Kittredge.
Well, McGuire knows that Andujar hit that double to right center, and they're probably discussing exactly what was called before and what he was covering as a hitter. And so a little quick conversation about what's going on in the game, I would assume.
1 on, 1 out. 2-0 the count on Andujar. Kittredge delivers. Called strike. Right at the bottom of the zone, inner half, a slider from Kittredge. 2-1. And Duhar hitting at 296. The pitch. And a ground ball through in the left field for a base hit. And the Reds have something going here in the top of the 7th. Hayes at second, and Duhar now at first after the single. And here comes Spencer Steer.
Ryan Duhar, he's one of those guys, his barrel of the bat, we've talked about this, about certain hitters. His barrel of the bat stays in the hitting zone a long time. He was well out in front of that breaking ball, but he kept his head at contact, and that barrel kept going at the ball way out in front of home plate and hooked that ball sharply in the hole. Very nice piece of hitting by Andujar. He's got a couple hits, a bullet to right center for a double and a single to left.
The pitch to Steer is low and outside. Fastball that missed, 1-0. And I say missed, another borderline pitch. That from the little box in our monitor looked like it clipped the zone. Here's the 1-0. Steer takes a fastball low, 2-0.
Well, Kittredge he's painting the corners of the strike zone. He is right around the edges of the zone with every pitch.
Men at first and second with one down for Cincinnati here in the 7th. The pitch. There's a called strike, a slider right at the bottom of the zone. And that one from our little monitor looks like it missed the box. Now the 2-1. Steer hits a high fly ball deep left going back half at the track near the wall. He looks up. It's gone. A 3-run home run for Spencer Steer. And the Reds move ahead 4-1 over the Cubs here in the 7th.
Now a breaking ball. And we were talking about him pitching right around the edges of the strike zone. This last one, unfortunately, not so much as this pitch stays right in the middle of the plate, maybe outer half, but Steer stays right on it, and he didn't miss it. Hit about 3 rows deep in left center.
A 377-foot drive for Spencer Steer, and he's having quite a night. 2 hits, 4 RBIs. Reds up 4-1 over the Cubs, with just one away here in the top of the 7th. Noelvi Marte will dig in, right-handed batter. Kittredge deals. Line drive, smoke, deep left. Happ looks up, and this will one-hop into the ivy and gets stuck for a ground rule double.
Ground rule double, that ball goes into the ivy. C.B. Buckner a little confused. He kept looking at different umpires. I'm like, that's your call. Go get it.
Timeout called by the Cubs. As pitching coach Tommy Hotovy heads out to the mound to have a conversation with Kittredge. It's a 4-1 lead for the Reds with one away here in the top of the 7th, and Cincinnati still threatening with Noelvi Marte now at second base and the catcher Jose Trevino due up. Cubs have activity in their bullpen. Left-hander Taylor Rogers has started warming up. A reminder, the first out was brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Wind has changed a little bit. It's now moving from left to right. For most of the game, it was moving in. The lights have taken full effect tonight here at Wrigley. The pitch to Trevino, a looper over the head of Swanson, a base hit in the left center field. Stopping at third base is Marte. And now the Reds have men at the corners with just one away. And Santiago Espinal due up. Crowd not happy as the game is beginning to unravel a little bit.
That's a little inside fastball, and Trevino, he doesn't hit this ball hard at all. This is just a little bad handle, soft line drive, just barely gets over Swanson's head at short. Still only one out in the inning.
So Espinal will dig in, right-handed batter. Trevino the catcher at first. At third, it's Marte. Middle infielders at double play depth. Shaw playing in at third. Now the pitch. That's a called strike on the outside corner. A slider from Kittredge at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Espinal 0 for 2 tonight. Kittredge deals. Another called strike, fastball on the outer half near the top of the zone, 0-2. Kittredge takes a peek at first. That's where Trevino is. A deep breath. Throw to first, getting back standing up, Trevino. Kittredge trying to keep the double play in order. One down, top 7. The Reds with a 4-1 lead over the Cubs. Now the pitch. Pop foul out of play off to the right by Espinal. 0-2. Men at the corners for Cincinnati with one away. 0-2, the count on Espinal. Kittredge works his motion. The pitch. Tap foul at the plate.
Good sinker in on the hands of Espinal, 96 miles an hour. That's a pretty good pitch.
I think that one took a bite out of McGuire, so the home plate umpire, Adam Beck, calls time and walks halfway up to the mound to personally hand the ball to Kittredge and give McGuire a little time to recover.
Yeah, I think that one hit McGuire in the left foot and the spike. That one, he's still trying to shake it off a little bit. There's Beck trying to help him out.
Dusting off a clean home plate just to give him a little bit of extra time. Right, McGuire is waiting. So's Kittredge. Espinal in the box. One away, 0-2 the count, men at the corners. The pitch. And a high fly ball hit to deep left, playable for Happ. He's under it, makes the catch, tagging and coming home is Marte. He scores as the throw goes to second. And Cincinnati extends the lead. Sacrifice fly by Santiago Espinal. It's now 5-1 Reds here in the 7th. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk in the morning on the Mully and Haw Show, 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Craig Counsell's going to make a pitching change. Andrew Kittredge will leave. Left-hander Taylor Rogers will come in. Cincinnati has scored 4 times.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
TJ Friedel at the plate. Left-handed batter, open stance, hits out of a crouch. Man at first. Here in the 7th, the pitch. Friedel pounds one on the ground, foul off to the right, 0-1.
Now Count's making a change, and Rogers into the game. No, the Cubs are down trying to keep it right here. You know, you're trying to keep, give your offense a chance to get back into this game and still a shot to win. Milwaukee, I believe, 7-2, I believe Milwaukee is up over Atlanta late in the game.
Now the 0-1. Friedel swings, line drive past a diving Shaw to left field for a base hit. So Trevino stops at second. This has been a nightmare top of the 7th for the Cubs. Reds have scored 4 times to take the lead. They're up 5-1, 2 away with men at first and second. And Matt McClain now due up.
Now McClain will be the 9th hitter in the inning for Cincinnati.
McClain is 0 for 3 tonight. Yeah, you're right. They head to the top of the 9th in Atlanta. Coombe, the Brewers leading the Braves 7-2. And the pitch. A breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike. 0-1 the count on McClain. Rogers looks at second and now delivers the 0-1. McClain bangs it foul out of play off to the right second deck. By the reaction, I can tell a nice catch was made, but it was out of my view. 0-2. Now the pitch. Bouncing ball hit to third, fielded by Shaw to his left. A couple of steps forward, his throw to first in time to get McClain. That's out number 3, but the damage done. The Reds score 4 times to take a 5-1 lead. It is time to stretch. The 7th inning stretch, sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life.
Entrance processing station, Lieutenant Commander Kelly Sabrocki, First Sergeant Arturo Valdez Jr., and Hospital Corpsman Second Class Madeline Torres.
All right, Wrigley, make this loud. Let's send this one out to our troops all around the world. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the Cubbies.
If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Let's go Cubs!
Hey Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning.
Top of the Cubs, 5-1. Zach Littell still going for Cincinnati. First pitch on the way. And Nico looks at a ball up high, a fastball that missed. 1-0. Defensive change for Cincinnati. Ke'Bryan Hayes now playing third base for Santiago Espinal. Here's the 1-0. Nico hits one on the ground, up the third base line, barehanded by Hayes. Across the body throw in time to get Horner. What a play by Ke'Bryan Hayes, one away.
Yeah, that's some play. You just come into the ball game, and there's your first play. Barehand, throw across your body, straight across the body, and you get one of the faster Cubs by a half a step. Just an excellent play by a third baseman who can't tell you how tough play that is, coming right off the bench.
Wow. So one down. Here's Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Cubs down by 4 here in the last of the 7th. The pitch. Inside, did it hit Swanson? No, he was able to spin out of the way. It's a breaking ball. 1-0 the count. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Swanson waits for the 1-0. Littell deals. Swing and a miss. Slider low. 1-1. There is activity in the Cincinnati bullpen. Right-hander Graham Ashcraft is throwing. The pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. A fastball. Right near the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Littell at 87 pitches tonight in his Reds debut. The 1-2. Swanson swings and misses. Strike 3. Got him with a splitter. 2 away.
A series of off-speed pitches to Dansby. This last one a splitter. Good location. Starts out away, starts coming back towards the strike zone, but down. Dansby out in front of it.
And now Reese McGuire at the plate, 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Littell, who works his motion, and McGuire swings and misses at a splitter. 0-1. The Reds taking the lead in the top half of this 7th inning, scoring 4 times. The big blow, a 3-run home run by Spencer Steer. Here's the 0-1. That's a called strike. Sinking fastball on the inside edge, right near the bottom of the zone. 0-2. McGuire digs in. Littell sets up high. First base side of the rubber. Here's the 0-2. McGuire pulls one foul off to the right. Count remains 0-2.
Once again, McGuire, that ball foul, but he squares the ball up all the time. He really does. He gives you quality at bat, puts the ball in play.
Couldn't ask for a better job since he's been called up. The 0-2 is hit in the air to right. It's playable for Marte. He makes the catch, angling toward the line for out number 3. Cubs go down in order in the 7th. We head to the 8th. Cincinnati on top of the Cubs 5-1 on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion.
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness!
What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
5-1, Cubs down, top of the 8th inning. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today, Zig.
Coom, the Cubs have a new man on the mound. 28-year-old right-hander Nate Pearson takes over. 6'6", 255 pounds. He was just recalled prior to tonight's ball game. The Cubs officially placing right-hander Michael Soroka on the injured list with a right shoulder strain. Pitched 2 innings in his Cubs debut last night. Felt something, and now he's on the injured list. So Pearson in. Cincinnati a 5-1 lead as we begin the top half of the 8th inning. Ellie De La Cruz at the plate, switch hitter batting from the left side now. Pearson deals. First pitch swinging. De La Cruz pops it up left side, foul territory near the Cubs dugout. Shaw giving chase, but it's in the stands. A foul ball. 0-1. Reds rallied with 4 runs in the top of the 7th to take the lead. Spencer Steer, a 3-run shot to break a 1-all tie. And the 0-1, De La Cruz hits it foul out of play off to the left in the hole. 0-2. Pearson 9 games this season. +12 ERA and 0-1 record. The pitch. Grounded foul off to the right.
Pearson, one of those guys, Cubs got him, and he's big, strong guy. He's got a huge arm, high 90s with the fastball. Cubs just trying to see if he can figure it out, and quality pitches, stay out of the middle of the plate, but he's got the stuff to be, a really quality big league reliever, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was a first-round pick of the Blue Jays back in 2017. And when you got a fastball like he does, try to work with it. Line drive smoked into right center. Oh, a sliding catch made by Pete Crow Armstrong. What a nifty play. One away.
That's the line drive bullet in a gap in right center. Pitch squared up pretty well by De La Cruz, and Pete just goes over and makes a nice catch. Actually made that pretty easy. Excellent play by Pete.
The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Here's Austin Hayes. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Pearson. 0-1. Fastball 98 miles per hour. The next pitch is hit high in the air, deep center. Crow Armstrong going back at the track near the wall, and he makes the catch right along the ivy for out number 2.
Now this ball's well struck by McLean. It's hit straight center field, right at the 400-foot mark. Pete is back, gets right to the ivy, and then makes the catch as he's leaning into the ivy in center field.
So 2 down. Miguel Andujar at the plate, right-handed batter, the Reds' designated hitter. Pearson works on the first base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. Andujar, a big rip and a miss at a 99-mile-per-hour heater along the edge at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. The next pitch is pop foul out of play off to the left by Andujar. 0-2. Let's see how we did with our guesses in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The attendance tonight, 39,797 here at Wrigley Field. And as he usually does, every time Judson Richards joins us in the booth, he wins. So congratulations, Judson. Did not do that on purpose. And Duhar takes a foul up high, 1 and 2.
That is just how competitive you are.
I am. You're right. I apologize. I'm miffed. Here's the 1-2. Low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
He must have not got the call from the ticket office in time to get into the game today, Judson.
Yeah. Can't believe you're giving away my secrets on the air.
No secret, yeah.
These are live broadcasts, as Pat likes to say. The pitch pulled down the left field line, and it hooks foul, banging off the sidewall.
Listen, ever since I outguessed allowed attendance, I figured I should probably take this a little more seriously.
Nah, you're all right. You start taking it seriously, I'm going to call management.
I've been studying box scores.
He's got his analytics model. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit to short, fielded by Swanson. Slings across, dug out beautifully by Bush at first for out number 3. As the Reds go down in order here in the top half of the 8th inning. 5-1 Cincinnati, middle 8 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Cubs down 5-1 in the 8th inning. Our out-of-town scoreboard sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. It has just gone final. The team, really the hottest team in baseball over the last number of months. It is the Brewers who go on to beat the Braves with a final of 7-2. The Brewers improved to 69 and 44 on the year. Zach?
A remarkable story, and the Cubs, Judson in danger of falling 4 back unless they come up with a comeback here tonight against Cincinnati. We begin the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's the Reds with a 5-1 lead over the Cubs. New man on the mound for Cincinnati, right-hander Graham Ashcraft. Matt Shaw at the plate, looks at the ball up high, 1-0 the count. Ashcraft, 27 years old, 6'2", 248 pounds. Shaw waits for the 1-0. A long set by Ashcraft and the pitch. Shaw looks at a strike, a cutter at 98 miles per hour, right down the middle, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, this guy's got a big arm, fastball, slider, cutter.
The next pitch is up high, missed with a slider, 2-1 the count.
He's one of those guys, they call it a cutter, but really gets around his fastball, and that's just his fastball, has that action to it.
The 2-1. Shaw hits a high fly ball center field. Routine and playable for Friedel, who's under it and makes the catch. 1 away as Shaw is retired. Cincinnati up 5-1 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The starter for Cincinnati was Zach Littell, making his Reds debut, acquired in a trade with Tampa Bay at the deadline. And Littell was outstanding tonight. 7 innings, giving up just 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He threw 92 pitches in his Reds debut. Michael Busch stands in. Ashcraft deals. And Busch looks at a strike. A slider at the top of the zone, 0-1. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions, as Busch swings and misses. 0-2 the count. Visit Sloan.com. Busch 1 for 3 tonight. A single. Ashcraft sets at the belt. High leg kick and pitch in the dirt. 1-2. A reminder to stay tuned for the Verizon Cubs radio postgame show coming up with Judson Richards following tonight's ball game. And the 1-2. Bush hits one softly on the ground past the mound on the right side, fielded by McLean. The flip to first in time to get a hustling Bush. 2 away.
That's crap. He's got a good live arm, man. He zips it in there pretty good, and with a little movement on it.
So that'll bring up Ian Happ. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the big right-hander Ashcraft, who works his motion and deals. Happ swings and bounces one to the left field for a base hit. 2-out single for Ian Happ. The Reds had retired 10 in a row before that base hit by Happer.
Ian seeing a big hole on the left side of the diamond. He was just going to use that side. And he just shoots it the other way.
And now Terry Francona is headed out to the mound. He's having a conversation with Ashcraft, now asked for the baseball. Kyle Tucker is due up. So the Reds are going to make a pitching change. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern.
5'9", 190 pounds. He's 1-0 in 13 games this season with an 8+ ERA. 5-1 Reds with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs have a man at first in Ian Happ, and the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker, will stand in. Cubs designated hitters are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now.
De revivir al...
Ball delivers. A breaking ball that spins into the zone for strike, 0-1.
Terry Francona taking no risk at all. He's getting lefty in there against Tucker and Pete Core Armstrong on deck. Back-to-back lefties with a 5-1 lead.
The next pitch is way outside, bounces off the glove of the catcher Trevino all the way to the Cubs on deck circle along the left side, and advancing to second, Happ.
Just holds on to this breaking ball a little too long, and Trevino all spread out. Not really worried about anybody trying to steal the 5-run lead. Can't move when you're basically doing the splits already.
They gave him a pass ball. But you're right, that's a tough play for a catcher. And now the 1-1. Outside again. 2-1 on Tucker. Cubs are right in the meat of their order, presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com. Tucker waits. Here comes the 2-1. He swings and misses at a fastball. 2-2.
Tucker stepping out, trying to kind of regroup here a little bit. Kind of pulled off that last pitch and trying to just get his thoughts back here a little bit for this last pitch.
Maul is ready. High leg kick and pitch. And this one's popped up, foul territory off to the left, out of play behind the Cubs dugout along the third baseline. 2-2. Cool. We need to name a hardest working player of the game. Brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
I think we got to go with Shota Imanaga, right? He did his job today. He gave up 1 run, 7 punch outs, so I think he's going to win a few awards today in today's ball game.
Now, this was a vintage Shota Imanaga performance. Another quality start. 6 1/3, just 3 hits. The 2-2. Called strike 3. A fastball right at the bottom of the zone gets Tucker looking. Happ stranded at second after 8. Cincinnati on top of the Cubs, 5-1 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. A reminder to stay tuned for the Toast of the Game Ball Player presented by Binny's Beverage Depot, coming up with Ron Coomer shortly as we get set for the top half of the 9th inning here at Wrigley Field. It's the Reds leading the Cubs 5-1. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Nate Pearson in there to work his 2nd inning. Spencer Steer at the plate. He's the big offensive star for Cincinnati tonight. 2 hits, 4 RBIs, including the go-ahead 3-run home run in the 7th. The pitch. Steer looks at a strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Pearson, clocked at 96 miles per hour. Steer is the Reds' first baseman, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-1. Steer now hitting at .239 on the year with 13 home runs. The pitch. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. Pearson's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another fastball from Pearson. This one right down the middle at 96 mph, 2-2. Milwaukee has already won tonight, so the Cubs in danger of falling 4 games back in the division. The pitch. Foul ball out of play off to the right. 2-2 on Steer. Pearson is ready. High leg kick and pitch. Another foul out of play off to the right by Steer. Count remains 2-2, including tonight, Coombe, 50 games left in the regular season.
Well, it's kind of getting down the stretch, aren't we, here a little bit?
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Pearson gets Steer with a slider. 1 away.
Excellent pitch by Pearson after a couple good fastballs, and he throws a little tight slider. Steer right over the top of that one.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. So 1 down, Noelvi Marte at the plate. Right-handed batter against the right-hander Pearson, who works his motion and deals. Bouncing ball hit to short, fielded on a high hop by Swanson. His throw across in time, 2 away.
Nice play by Dansby. Makes every play look pretty routine. Get the second out. Pearson doing a good job trying to get the Cubs back in here. Cubs going to need a big 9th inning, down 5-1 here. Going into the bottom of the 9th as of now. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th.
Jose Trevino, the catcher, at the plate. Right-handed hitter. The pitch. Up high, 1-0. Cubs will have PCA, Willie Castro, and Nico Horner due up in the last of the 9th. The pitch. That's outside, 2-0, a slider that missed. Trevino is 1 for 3 tonight with a single. The pitch. Just missed inside with a slider, 3-0.
You got to be careful here. I would think Trevino would have the green light. And he just missed a home run early in the game.
The pitch. That's a called strike, blazing fastball, top of the zone, 96 miles per hour. 3-1. Trevino calls time, steps out of the box, taps his shoes with his black bat, taps home plate, and now digs in. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch. Pearson delivers. Pulled down the left field line. This will drop in and roll all the way into the corner. Trevino lumbering on his way to second base and gets there standing out with a 2-out double.
Second hit of the ball game for Trevino, and he just missed a homer in the 3rd inning as he ran Happ right deep into the well and left. So he has swung the bat very well for Terry Francona and the Reds tonight.
So now Key Brian Hayes will hit for the first time tonight. Came in as a defensive replacement at 3rd for Santiago Espinal. Right-handed hitter, batting .237 this season. Pearson deals. Called strike, 97 mile per hour fastball on the outside edge, right at the top of the zone, 0-1. Hayes acquired in a deadline deal with Pittsburgh by Cincinnati. And the pitch. Low and outside, 1-1. Hayes, 28 years old, first round pick back in 2015. Made his big league debut in 2020 against the Cubs. His first hit, a double off of John Lester. Now the 1-1. A ground ball up the middle, ranging to his left. Swanson fields it. Sidearm throw to first, dug out by Bush for out number 3. Do the Cubs have a comeback in them as we head to the last of the 9th? 5-1 Cincinnati on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 with Rahimi.
all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs for all the right reasons. Call 866-4Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Getting set for the bottom of the ninth here at Wrigley Field. Cubs need a comeback. They're down 5-1 to Cincinnati. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Pete Crow Armstrong to be followed by Willie Castro and Nico Horner. Sam Maul, left-hander on the hill for the Reds. Crow Armstrong digs in. Lefty-lefty matchup. PCA is 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Hayes playing in at third. Now the pitch. Called strike as Crow Armstrong looks at a slow-moving breaking ball that spins into the zone. 0-1. Ball takes a deep breath and deals. Crow Armstrong looks at the ball in the dirt. 1-1. Shota Imanaga started, went 6 1/3, giving up just 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts. And the 1-1 by Maul. Crow Armstrong takes strike 2, a slider right along the top of the zone on the outside edge, 1-2. But the Reds got to the Cubs bullpen. Spencer Steer, the go-ahead 3-run home run in the 7th off of Andrew Kittredge.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat.
PCA looks at the ball low and outside, 2-2.
Little slider in the middle of the plate. Just got enough of it to get it about 3 rows deep in left center.
And here comes the 2-2. Outside. PCA has worked a full count. Wind moving from left to right at the moment here at the friendly confines.
The Cubs would love to get a leadoff guy on here in this 9th inning. See if they can make a little push in this ballgame.
The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner near the bottom of the zone. PCA's retired, 1 away.
Little cross-fired fastball, 92 miles an hour, right on the outside corner. Perfect pitch.
So 1 down. Here's Willie Castro, switch hitter, now batting from the right side against the left-hander Maul. Cubs down 5-1 with 1 away in the 9th. And the pitch. A breaking ball that spins into the zone for a strike, a slider near the top of the zone along the outside edge. 0-1. Castro waits the pitch. That's low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Castro 0 for 3 tonight. Right-hander Tony Santillan is warming up in the Reds bullpen. Nico Horner's on deck. The 1-1 delivery. Castro pops it up. Shallow center. McLean, the second baseman, under it and makes the catch. Cubs are down to their last out.
Little backdoor hook to get the pop up in the infield.
And with the right-handed hitting Nico Horner due up, Terry Francona is making the walk out to the mound. He's already signaled to the bullpen. We're going to have a pitching change. Tony Santillan is going to come in, right-hander, to the lefty Sam Maul, who leaves. Pitching changes by Cubs opponent are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. 2 down, bottom 9. Nico Horner due up. Cubs down by 4. Cincinnati 5, Cubs 1. On the score in the Southwest Airlines.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards are memories.